We're off to see Joseph Lloyd from Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. He makes serious and quite good car videos. And I told him that I'm going to turn up in the 850 T5 because he likes a beige leather interior. But that's leaking so much oil, I've decided to drive up here in the evil Volvo.
Let's check my oil, but there's oil exactly where your car was as well. There's oil everywhere.
Oil like there.
So I think that makes for better YouTube content because it would be quite funny to watch Joseph Lloyd from Lloyd Vehicle Consulting reviewing a slammed, decked out, murdered out, slightly shonky Volvo 850. So that's my plan. I'm going to hopefully have a little go in his C70 T5.
Since...
Oh no!
Did you just kill someone with my car?
Yes! And he can have a little go in this lovely manual gearbox 2.5 litre you know, scrap heap survivor 850 of mine. So a fun little video today, and we are meeting at the Morgan factory, which is in Great Malvern in Worcestershire. And if I pull into the car park here, hopefully we will find a Volvo C70 T5 that belongs to Mr. Joseph Lloyd. I can see it, it's over there. Next to an Estoril Blue Land Rover. Or it looks like Estoril Blue. That's also Lyndon's old Metro that has appeared in my videos up ahead. So here he is, Mr. Joseph Lloyd. I love Joseph Lloyd.
It's amazing what a bit of tape can do to your front wings, sir.
You were expecting the T5. However, due to the Exxon Valdez impression that he's currently doing...
yes, and conversations with Mr. Coleman last night.
Yeah.
He basically said, don't drive it until you fixed it.
Yeah, well, I thought that. So, yeah, and I also thought, as I've just been commentating on my video, this will be quite fun for you to try, because it's a manual gearbox non-turbo. It's lots of fun.
What engine is it in this one, though?
It's a 2.5. So
yeah, is it the 10 valve or 20 valve?
It's a 10 valve.
2.5, 10 valves,
yeah.
Be about 140 horsepower.
Spot on.
Yeah.
What it does mean is you need to change gear when it bounces off the rev limiter to find the fun.
That's not how I drive, sir.
I know. But what we'll do is you have a drive in it, and then I'll take you for a drive in it, and we'll see how we go. But first, coffee. Hi, I'm Jeff Buys Cars, and this is not my Volvo C70 T5. It belongs to Joseph Lloyd from Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Now we're at the Morgan factory still. We better move the car because a tour's coming down here, isn't it? Oh look, there's a tour going on, and all they're going to see is this Volvo, and they're not here to see Volvos, they're here to see Morgans. So let's jump in the car and get it out of the way. This is a beautiful C70 T5. So we're talking a full fat 2.3 litre turbo. I think this is about 240 horsepower. It is of course wearing the 17-inch Canisto alloy wheels, which make it look superb. And Mr. Lloyd was telling me this car is actually one of only 3 coupes remaining in this colour. And if that's correct, one of them's on Facebook Marketplace and looks absolutely terrible. Check this out. So really this is one of only 2 remaining. Inside is half leather with Alcantara, or Alcantata, as I once famously accidentally wrote in a brochure for a very well-known classic car company, and never lived that one down. 111,000 miles with wood and a CD changer, and it is just beautiful. A very lovely car indeed. I like the Alcantara, and look, when you pull that, seat moves forward very slowly, which is really annoying. But I've reviewed one of these cars before. I've had a couple of these. I've had one coupe and some convertibles, and I think they're brilliant. So I'm not going to spend too much time looking at the car, but I am going to spend some time driving the car whilst Joseph drives my wagon, which is going to be brilliant because I've moved this car around the car park and I can already tell that it is a far superior machine to the one that I've put him in. So 2 very professional YouTubers. Neither of us have got a microphone between us because we like to do things our own way. And people often say to me, here Jeff, what kind of camera mounts do you use when you're filming? I'll show you. That's a very old TomTom with some Velcro on it. I've used that many different camera mounts. That's just the best way to do it. Oh, look who it is. It's Matt from First Mobile Tyres. It's the Michelin Man. All right, mate?
Yeah, you?
What are you doing here?
Let's have a look at the job over here somewhere.
Very good.
What are you doing here?
I'm test driving this car while someone else test drives my black car.
Oh, okay.
This one's way better.
Is it?
Are you shocked and dismayed by what you've seen?
No. I saw this car at the NEC, sir. I saw it on your video, so...
So you were shocked and dismayed then?
Well, the thing is, I saw the California Edition car.
Yeah.
And I sat in the California Edition car. So...
That thing was great. That was a stroke of genius, that was.
Well, it was, sir.
I love that the only car in the car park that is wearing a stop lock on the steering wheel is a 3-door Fiesta from about 2005. Everybody knows the most likely car to get stolen is a brand new one with keyless entry. Probably one of them Range Rovers. Anyway, we're not talking about people stealing modern cars because they're super easy to steal relative to older cars. We are talking about Joseph's rather lovely Volvo I said V70. It's a C70. Just check that he can make it out of the car park with the terrible turning circle that is, and that seatbelt is annoying me. That's better. Would you believe it? Jeff is a little bit OCD. So I have had many P80 platform Volvos. We were just discussing this 5 minutes ago. I've never had one that is quite as nice as this though. This is a proper car. I believe Joseph picked it up from an auction. It's a full fat 2.3 litre turbo automatic, and it has a half wood steering wheel and is a very lovely spec. It's allegedly an ex-demonstrator car, and that makes it absolutely beautiful. Now, Joseph is behind me driving my 850, which I've already said in another video this morning is lowered, but not lowered enough. So now when I'm seeing the car from someone else's car, it does kind of look like it's dragging his arse around like a dog that's been in a car crash. Not that the dog would be driving the car, like a dog that's been hit by a car and it's got no back legs. Appreciate that's probably a little bit dark for some of you. I'm not really a dog person. I've said that before. I'll probably lose subscribers when I say stuff like that. I like cats. Although my wife is on about getting some turtles, just because my 6-year-old has now decided. He turned around this week and he's decided that he has changed his favourite animal and he's changed his favourite colour. So now we're on lime green and turtles. This is a big deal in our house. Previously his favourite colour was yellow/gold, and that was a major deal for us. Anyway, it'd be nice to go back to a time when that was all that mattered, wouldn't it? You know, kids are much better off changing their favourite colour than they are changing their gender preferences. But we won't get into that because it's ridiculous, and also probably not what you want to be hearing and not what I wanted to be talking about. Right. All electric seats inside the car. My heated seat is warming my bottom absolutely beautifully. I have a beautiful bottom, beautifully warm bottom. Inside the car I have everything. I have the onboard computer, I have a sunroof, which I believe is fairly rare on a C70 coupe. I have traction control, I have cruise control, I have front and rear fog lights, air conditioning, premium sound system including the Dolby Surround, which means there's a speaker on top of the dashboard, just like the C70 T5 GT, what I once had. Look at this, CD changer, 3 CD changer in the front. Wonderful. Simpler times. It's quite funny, now that I'm in this car, I've actually got very little to say about it. I've done a C70 coupe review. All I can say is go and buy one. This is lovely. It is the nicest engine. It's very easy to drive. It's not like it's, you know, being aggressive. I don't feel like I have to push it hard. But if I do want to push it hard, then I can just pop it into sport mode. Blimey, it picks its heels up nicely. What a lovely car. Super comfortable, very well built, nice quality, great colour, lovely interior. That is the sum total of my review. If you don't mind the fact that it will, well, it's saying 29.8 miles to the gallon, but that's because, you know, Joseph drives very carefully and he has run on the motorway yesterday. But if you don't mind the fuel economy, you can go buy a C70 coupe for a couple of grand, and it's really lovely and very different, quite an unusual car. Also, this is a coupe from the early 2000s. If it had a BMW badge on it, you wouldn't get anything like the spec, engine, power, toys for that money. E46 coupes are shooting up in price, and they're not as nice to drive as the Volvo. Yeah, you know, they've got the BMW thing going on, but this is lovely.
Was the lights that kept coming up on the dash.
Yeah, there's you've got a service light initially, then you've got the lambda light, and then you've got the very annoying flickering windscreen washer fluid light.
Yep.
Which is because there's a hole somewhere in the windscreen washer fluid bottle, so it's stuck on the low setting. But as I said, all I've done with that car is sticking it up, got it ready for the show, and that's pretty much it. So I haven't done any of the basics yet. Then I ran off and bought the T5. Then I've been messing around with the Mitsubishi Galant. So the real basic stuff has been missed. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a little bit firmer than you'd imagine.
Yeah,
a tiny bit, because it's the GT. These all came with the sports suspension.
Yeah, they did.
You could get it as an option as well, but the GTs were like as an option pack sort of together for all the sort of bits. I wish they'd put parking sensors in. You managed not to hit the wall when you were reversing.
Yeah, well,
you actually stopped perfectly.
Did I?
Yeah,
I thought
absolutely perfect.
I was waiting for the bush to move.
No, it's perfect. Perfect.
Tell you what, put your seatbelt on. We'll drive around in this and chat for a little while.
I'll just lock your car.
Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh, I've got my stuff in there. So.
Oh yeah, lock it then. You lock the car.
All right, I'll just bring it back. Very posh, sir.
It's quite funny. You said that you drive quite sedately.
I do, yeah.
You went for it down Jubilee Run.
It's all right. I think you get a feeling if you drive a car quite slowly, if it's capable of driving on a fast road like that.
Yeah.
And that, I think the steering's actually better in that than it is in this.
It's wearing very small tyres, and it's obviously quite low, but it's quite, I don't know, there's something that's quite reassuring about driving that car. I'm not quite sure what it is. So it's got its faults, yeah, you know, there's warning lights and there's a few bits that need doing, but generally, I felt like it feels all right. I think that exhaust is blowing as well.
Yeah, you're losing power, definitely.
Yeah.
That. You haven't got the power I would have expected. It seems to have sort of flat spots in it almost. That just probably is due to, say, you've got a hole in the exhaust. Yeah,
and I think as well, like, a lot of the fun and a lot of the power is really high up in the rev range on that car. So you've got to keep it pinned.
Which as you saw, when I was obeying the speed limit going through Malvern, where I need a little bit just more torque in the engine to drive up those hills. I can feel it just doesn't have that. But when it went on that route there, after the really bumpy bit, which sort of showed up the corners.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the car bouncing around as you're driving along. I've got to say, it does handle and drive better than my other race car did, but then that was on 17-inch wheels. Yeah.
It actually, to be honest, it drives pretty well, particularly for a car that costs you £900.
Yeah,
because we're talking no budget with V850s here.
Yeah, absolutely. So 900 quid for a car that was MOT'd and delivered to my door.
I know, it's pretty good.
It's very good value for money. But I think whilst we're on values as well, let's just talk a little bit about Volvo turbo values. So you paid how much for this?
It was just under £1,400.
And that was from an auction?
Yeah, with the fees.
So if this was a fully ready retail car, what do you think it could pull?
From the evidence I've seen, and bear in mind, as you know, these cars are really rare. Like the T5 C70 coupes are stupidly rare.
So 29
C70 T5 coupes left in this country, and this is the only automatic one left in this colour.
So this is the only
one
automatic T5 coupe in purple.
Yeah, in Cassis.
Cassis Purple is the proper
Cassis
name.
Pearl, yeah.
Cassis Pearl.
Cassis Pearl, yeah.
Okay, lovely.
So yeah, there's 2 manuals, but this is an auto. The manuals are slightly more common than the autos, which surprised a lot of people when we did the research.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's as far as they're aware. That's just research that the C70 first generation owners group on Facebook has done. But most people who own a C70 would probably be in that group, I imagine, by now. So I think that's a pretty accurate number for this country. So this is quite a rare car. Now the normal C70s, of course, particularly cabriolets, the cabriolets there's masses of them.
So you were saying that they built the coupe for longer than they built the cabriolet for longer than they built the coupe.
Yeah, the coupe was built from late 96, early 97 until 2002. The cabriolet was built, I think, from late 97, early 98, I think it was,
until 2005.
Yeah. And then it was replaced by the second generation, which is on the Ford Focus platform.
Yeah.
And that was a coupe and a cabriolet at the same time.
Metal folding hardtop.
Yeah, yeah. It still has some of the similar engines. Still got the white block in it. Obviously, other engines as well, but it's a very different car.
That shape never did it for me. It never appealed.
Yeah, there's loads of people who say that. They're very different. I mean, they're
very good cars, and you could get them with the diesel engine, so you get 50 miles an hour.
You could, but sir, we don't talk about things like that.
I forgot.
Apart from on your channel, on my channel we do not.
We don't mention the D word when we're with Joseph.
Because the Mayor of London and his friends all over the country, they say that I cannot talk about it. Oh, you're turning circles, sir.
Wow, that is bad.
It's really bad.
I crossed onto the opposite lane.
You did, sir, which is not ideal.
This is a bit of a route that I used to do. This drive that we're on now was actually my lockdown drive.
Oh yeah.
When we discussed the fact that I had an Astra Bertoni coupe.
Yes, sir.
I would
2.2.
No, I only had a 1.8.
1.8 family one, sir.
Exactly. But I used to pop out of an evening when I felt the stress and do this loop because it's quite a drivable road. But what I love about this C70 T5 is I don't at all feel the need to drive it anywhere near the limit. It's just lovely.
Yeah, I mean,
just as a cruiser.
You can. I mean, Mr. Richardson did.
When you put it in sport mode, well, absolutely. When you feel the need, you can pop it in sport mode and you can drive the tits off this car, for want of a better phrase.
You can, yeah. It will go really fast. The thing you notice most of all is the 300 Newton meters of torque.
Absolutely.
When you're kind of going on a motor and you want to accelerate, it probably won't even touch 3,000 RPM if you just surges forward. It just doesn't feel the need to. You've got so much power and reserve in this, and the top speed is limited to 155.
Yeah.
It'll probably even go off the speedo if you took the limiter off.
I think
go off the speedo, which is completely insane. I've never owned a car before like this.
There aren't many cars that you could buy for 1,500 quid that'll do 160 mile an hour.
No, not at all. I mean, the
turbo Saabs are probably the only thing in with a shout.
Possibly. You've also got to find one. I mean, finding a T5 Volvo that's in this sort of condition for £1,500 is really hard. Like any T5 Volvo, probably the best shout is one of these. They are cheaper than all the others, but I'm just waiting for more unsolicited emails to say that that car you just bought, I saw it on Mr. Richard's channel, and if you ever if you ever wanted to maybe part with it, you could possibly let me know, could you?
Can I get in that queue as well, please?
Well, the thing is,
the waiting list of people who'd like to buy the car.
queue, sir, is forming as we speak.
It is.
I've also had 2 people in person, the third person in person, to say, please, can I buy it? And I'm like, I'm actually, to be honest, going to be asking proper money for it. I'm going to be asking, a lot more than I paid for it, because we've had the cam belt done on this, and it's had a full service, and since.
Oh no!
Did you just kill someone with my car?
Yes.
Sir, you killed a bird with my car.
I didn't mean to. I put it in sport mode and the pheasant took that.
You should not have put it in sport mode, sir. That pheasant would have lived.
We should definitely check that I haven't damaged your car.
Yeah, just pull over here.
Yeah.
You crazy man.
It makes for good YouTube, but I hope there's no damage.
I've never had anybody kill roadkill, when one of my cars before. So.
All right, I'm going to keep the camera rolling. Let's go.
Okay, let's have a look.
Hang on. I've dropped my hat. I've damaged my hat.
Damaged your hat as well.
Right.
Well, fortunately, these don't actually work. So if you actually hit that, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he hit just here.
Yeah, so there is no damage.
No, it's not. It's unfortunately a very sad feather there.
Oh dear.
And he's, if you were to come by in your
I could see him. I could see him in the road.
If you were to come by possibly later on in the day in your own car, sir, or someone else, I should say, because I think it has to be somebody else, another car, and pick it up, then that's legal. You can't just go out and kill someone and then pick it up. It has to be the car following.
Should we cook it?
Well, I mean, someone else, sir, in another car come along. Yeah.
So it's illegal.
Yeah, just to go and hit something and then pick it up. But if you are the one who is following, then it's fine.
I've never gutted a pheasant before.
Well, as I said, someone else can come along and pick it up.
All right, let's go and get my car. Seriously, that'll make for brilliant YouTube.
Well, so, okay, I could drive your car.
Yep.
And, yeah, I'll be driving it. So, okay, there's a pheasant in the road.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
But we'll go move it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before someone runs over it.
There's not going to be much left of it.
No, there's not. Let's go. This is my dinner.
Yeah, you're clear. There we go. I don't think I've got a liner or anything to put him in.
Well, I'll just move it to the side of the road and then we'll
just
come back.
Because obviously you're not to pick him up anyway, so you just move him over to the side.
Yeah.
And just put the hazard lights on and.
Okay, pull in right there, look.
Yeah, just.
So I'll just
don't run him over.
Straddle him.
Yeah, straddle him. We're quite low, but we should be okay.
Yeah, we didn't touch him.
Straddle him, just move him over, and then we'll come back in your car. I will drive it, so we're legal. This is crazy, viewers. We've gone from the chat about Volvo C70s to talking about roadkill and the legalities of it. So he's just going to put the poor chap on the side of the road to make sure he's out of the way. So, and then we'll come back and I will drive the other car.
I balanced him on a road sign.
Look, you can see him there. He's just chilling on that road sign.
I mean, we just hope that
he's having a nap.
Picks him up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But if I was driving along and I saw a pheasant chilling on a road sign,
yeah,
I wouldn't pick it up and take it home and eat it because I would have no idea how long it's been there.
You've got to go on Google and like find out like how you're supposed to kind of do that. The turning circle's rubbish, isn't it?
The way it pulls, and we're going up a hill.
Yeah, it's a T5. This is what happened on the Birdlip hill the other day.
Yeah.
I was on cruise control. I just kicked down and did it.
Lovely.
Like you don't need to drive it hard. It just does. It just goes.
It's just lovely.
It
really is. It really is a lovely car. Best colour, best wheels, best interior, best engine.
But it's a beige leather, an
beige
Alcantara
leather interior
with wood, sir.
With wood.
With wood, sir, and a working electric sunroof, and dual zone climate control, and the crazy stereo.
I'm gonna get kicked off YouTube for pornography.
No, sir, it's pure automotive filth.
Brilliant. Have you ever cooked and prepared a pheasant before?
Sir, we're now going on to a subject about which I know nothing at all.
No, I never have done, but I feel like I should do. I feel like you should know where your meat comes from. So when my wife gets home from work and I feed her pheasant, she's going to be like, "Where did you get this?"
Will your lady wife be amenable to the fact that you have some supper that was knocked over by the side of the road by another car, and then the next driver came along and picked it up?
I don't think that's the issue. I think the issue is going to live and die on the amount of mess that I make in the kitchen.
You have to pluck it, sir. You've got to be plucking and plucking away.
I've never done it before. I'm quite excited. We're good at YouTube, aren't we? I mean, I can't believe that you came out this morning and put that pheasant there.
I didn't do that.
Let's go. It's a bit more old school than yours.
It's really weird. It's so good. The lights are on anyway. So anyway, but even on that, because I don't think they are on that one.
Yeah, these are automatic lights, which I really like, and I hate it when I jump in another car. Like the Galant, I kept leaving the lights on. We're getting our car stared.
Take this out. You can actually use that mount if you want. That's actually a very good mount for your phone.
This will work fine. There is nothing better than velcroing your phone to a TomTom and then wedging it in place with a tripod.
Okay. Right. Oh yeah, I've got to actually change gear.
Yeah, manual box. Yeah, so we both, Joseph and I were just discussing the fact that there seems to be a large amount of oil in the car park.
We don't know if it's anything to do with us. I hope it's not to do. I hope it's not from my.
No, hang on. It can't be because it's there, and neither of our cars went there.
Yeah, I hope you're right. We'll have to find out.
If I was Inspector Holmes,
Jeff Holmes, I would say that can't be either of our cars because neither of our cars went on that part of the road. But it is also Schrodinger's oil slick. It is both coming from both of our cars and neither of them at the same time.
You sir, have a way with words. Oh, I'm about to put the rear wiper on, and there's no rear wiper!
No, there's duct tape. You're changing gear far too soon. What you need to do is you need to wait until it bounces and then change.
Sir, that is not the way.
That's not the way we do things.
It's not the way we do things on my channel, sir. We drive moderately, sir, as you know.
I'm all adrenalised from what has just happened in the last 5 minutes.
Well, you're about to pick it up, sir, because I am now driving a different car, and so we've changed the driver and the car, so everything we do is completely legal.
I love that you know things like that. I wouldn't have known that,
sir.
So you can't knock something down and then immediately eat it.
If you were following car, yes,
then it's fair game.
Yes,
literally fair game.
Fair game. Yes, it is. Yes.
I wonder if that's where the phrase "fair game" comes from.
Yes, probably.
What a lesson we have in today's YouTube extravaganza.
Yeah, I don't know why I know that. I think it's because someone in my family told me. It was probably my mother or my
Was it
father.
whilst they were feeding you dinner?
No, sir. Yeah, so the poor bird in question sacrificed its life to make this content for you, sir.
Hang on. So if we were racing around a field, right, and you're driving your C70 and you knock over a cow,
yeah,
and I'm behind you in my 850, is that fair game?
No, because the cow's probably owned by someone.
See, my wife really wants a cow, like we eat quite
Have you got room for that in your little house, sir?
No, we eat quite a lot of meat in my house, and my wife was saying to me...
Yes, sir. Your lady wife, a consumer of meat, sir?
She is. She's down with all the grass-fed butter, cooking with ghee, natural fats, all that sort of stuff.
Yes, my lady wife also likes meat, so I know some ladies are vegetarian and vegan and things like that. But it's good to see your lady wife is a carnivorous.
She used to be a rather militant vegan.
Oh, really?
She used to be the sort of person that would tell you that red meat causes cancer, and now she's gone the total other way.
Is that since you got married, sir?
No, since she read a book and then started doing some research. But we were looking at how much it would cost to, instead of buy your meat bit by bit, buy a whole cow. Do you know how much a whole cow costs? Have a guess.
I don't know, actually.
More or less than the combined value of our two cars.
So this was 900.
Yeah.
Mine was 1400.
Yeah. Call it 2.5 grand.
Yeah.
More.
It's about 3 grand.
About 3 grand was the going rate on a cow.
Would you rather have a cow, sir, or a car?
That's a good question. Both of them can get you places. You can ride a cow, or it can pull a car. Both of them are costly to run.
Yeah, you gotta. If you see the statistics of how much it takes to feed a cow to produce a certain amount of beef,
it's a lot.
It's an awful lot. This is why people keep trying to sort of peddle me with no meat alternatives, sir. But as you can imagine, I'm not very fond of the no meat alternatives to my food.
The thing is, and again, you're getting into a controversial area, but it's all in the way the meat has been produced. So if you're a believer in regenerative farming...
Is it left here?
No, keep going.
Okay.
You should have a patch of land that is being trampled by cows, and then you should move the cows to a different patch, and then you should grow the stuff there.
Right.
And if you're using the land correctly, then you're creating sustainable and ethical meat whilst also looking after your animals and doing the right thing by the land. Now, if you just have a giant shed and you fill it full of animals, this next left and it's a tight one,
It
then
should be
that's
okay.
not the way to do it.
It should be okay in this car, I think.
So we try not to... There you go. We try not to eat sort of, mass-produced...
There we go. And we are in the lane, sir.
That got round the corner better than
It did, sir. And you even saw my push-pull steering.
I did. I liked it.
Yes, sir.
So yes, I'm a firm believer in regenerative farming and not buying sort of factory farmed meats and knowing where your meat comes from, which is why I'm quite keen to eat my pheasant, because I know full well that it's been ethically killed by the front bumper of your C70.
Well, with you driving, sir. Just but point that out.
With me driving.
In case anybody's actually
from the Fish and Game Commission.
I don't know.
Who would we get in trouble with?
DEFRA.
DEFRA.
Yeah, we get in trouble with DEFRA. Come round to my house and arrest me.
I'm cooking dinner first. I love the way we've covered quite a lot in this video.
Yes, sir. I think we're here.
No, it's a fair bit further.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You got to get onto the bit where I was just getting onto the bit where you could accelerate.
You did, and you absolutely stamped your foot down in sport mode, sir. That's sport mode. We're going to Ford Corsair.
Ford Corsair?
With the Essex V4, so it's a 67, 68, so I've had the Essex V4.
Rare car.
Do you know, sir, what they used to say about the Essex V4 engine with the Corsair?
What did they used to say about the Essex?
They said it was whisper quiet, sir.
Did they?
And the Wikipedia article says, and you, as an English graduate, you will appreciate this. It says, such claims were a clear stretch of the Adbad's puff. a stretch of the Adbad's puff. You have now learnt a phrase to incorporate in every single video
I know
on your channel.
I am full of the Adbad's puff.
Yeah. We're here.
On your brakes.
Right, is he here?
Oh, it's gone.
Someone's taken your bird.
Someone's taken... No, it's fallen off.
Okay, all right.
That's okay.
I'm going to turn in here. Here we go.
All right.
We should be okay. Just oh my god, the coilovers.
It's definitely the exhaust.
Okay.
Does it need to be in a car seat? How old is it?
I don't know, sir. You killed it. We don't know. This video didn't start off this intention views. It just seems to have ended that way. You're gonna. Oh no. Put him in the boot, sir. Okay, we shall turn round.
I don't want to be alarmist, but there's a lot of oil where we parked your car earlier. Back there.
Uh-oh. We'll have to go and... Have you got something to check the oil with, sir?
Yes.
Right, we got...
Oh, mind you, there's also a lot of oil where you just were there, so it could be this car. Schrodinger's oil leak. It's both cars, basically. Or neither of them.
Gosh, these coilovers, it's funny, it's not so much a problem when you're driving slowly, it's when you go faster, you do notice it a bit more, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Then they're not the best. It has ruined the ride of the car.
Were they on the car already?
But it arrived with me like this, you know.
That's alright, it's fair enough, £900.
Well, exactly.
Complain, can you?
What are you going to do? You can do a full restoration while I put the suspension back to normal, and then I need to do the paint, because the paint was terrible when I got the car. It's keyed down both sides. What's the point?
When you put the stickers on, it actually kind of sort of hides it a bit. It's probably not a bad idea.
But again, people are very much like, oh, what's Jeff done with the stickers? But at the end of the day, this car was languishing on Facebook Marketplace and not selling.
Is that what happened to it?
Yeah, it's been on for ages.
So what do you think it was that was stopping it from selling?
I don't think people are buying cars at the moment. Because there's a lot of Volvos. My T5 was the same. It had been on Facebook Marketplace for ages, and then it eventually went on eBay, buy it now or best offer.
Do you know, that happened with mine as well. The chap was a member of the Volvo Owners Club, and as am I. I've just joined.
Floor it. Keep going. Oh, come on.
So, we drive moderately with this chap, you know.
I wasn't encouraging you to drive fast. You can make all the noise up to about 50 miles an hour. Anyway, carry on.
So, yeah, he tried to sell it in the Owners magazine. He put an advert for it in that, which I've seen. I've sent him a message. I haven't had a reply from him or anything.
Yeah.
Because I thought, you know, you might want to see the video Mr. Richardson did. It's quite a good video. It makes the car look amazing. It's probably why I had all those people wanting to buy it.
Yeah.
But he couldn't sell it. Like, no, he eventually put it into the auction, did a bit of work on it, such as the alternator belt.
Yeah.
But he couldn't sell it, and the car only reached 1,200 quid plus the fees, which is about 1,400.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, but that maybe back to the theory, people don't really want these at the moment.
But the thing is, in an auction as well, you're in that really tricky zone. The mileage is too high for a dealer to take any interest.
Yeah, it's 111, so...
And it's a specialist car.
Yeah, people don't know about them. They don't know about them at all.
So you've got to know about it to go to the auction, and then you've got to find the auction. And if you're looking, you know, at least on eBay, you stumble across cars, don't you?
Yeah.
You don't stumble across cars when they're listed in obscure auctions.
I'd say people maybe don't want to buy a car like this. They want, I don't know, a Toyota Aygo.
Yeah.
Because Toyota Aygo would probably be the one to go for, because it's got a 1 litre 3-cylinder. It does stupid fuel economy.
Yeah.
You can go in the ultra emission zone because they're all after 2006. So you can go in the ultra emission zone, that sort of stuff. They're really easy to fix, really cheap to fix.
Yeah.
That's the kind of car that someone's probably buying at the moment.
Yeah.
A nice, comfy Volvo.
Yeah.
Even if it's less than £1,000, it's something that someone maybe don't want to buy that. It might have some problems, and I'll be wasting my money. What's that rubbing noise?
It needs a wheel bearing.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, like the important things like oil leaks and wheel bearings, they haven't been done, but I have applied stickers.
You have applied stickers, sir, because obviously that's what's more important to you than
I mean, come on, I got it ready in a week for the show, and I was ill, and I had a child that was ill as well.
Yeah, I mean, you did pretty well, sir, to be honest.
I'll take some credit for that.
Yeah, you did quite well, and I saw it at the show in a little corner of a little stand bit, just with all the sort of vintage Austins and things like that right next door.
It was hardly even clean. Well, I was going to clean it, but I was too ill, so I didn't bother.
It was fine. It was a bit random because it didn't have anything kind of on it, like a sort of little information board or something.
It was a bit lost. It was a bit lost, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a little bit lost, wasn't it? Right, go ram the other way round.
Right.
Go the other way round, and we can put it there.
Yeah, the mystery of the oil slick.
Yeah, well, I suppose we'll have to. We'll have to kind of, have a look at and see what the levels are on both these cars.
Well, as I said, that's all we can do. We can check the oil levels, and
that's about it, really.
They're both old cars at the end of the day, aren't they? Well, they're both old cars at the start of the day.
They were, yeah.
You're nowhere near the wall, you're fine. Right, so
I've ever done in my life, is it? That's pretty bad.
there's an oil slick there, oil there,
So that's
and there, and there. Now I think this is where I stopped when I was filming you.
right. We're gonna have to get your cloths out.
So let's check my oil, but there's oil exactly where your car was as well. There's oil everywhere.
Oil like there.
So that's where you were parked before.
No, I was parked with your car here.
The 850 was there,
Parked with mine here.
and the C70 was there.
Yeah. It's where the oil's gone from there now. It's actually gone. Can you see? It's actually gone from that bit.
Yeah. But it was initially in the middle of the road where
Someone else.
it was there,
So
where neither of the car.
yeah, it was in the middle of the road, so we hadn't gone
Yeah,
there.
no, neither of our cars had been there because we didn't come through this way.
And also, like,
And it's all
down here.
yeah.
It's all like, it's come back round that way. So I don't know what's happened.
Why don't you roll your car back and just check underneath it?
Let's get the key and have a look. So I hope I haven't got a massive puddle of oil, because it won't be fun going all the way back to Hampshire with that.
But the way this puddle moves, that's a car that has slid forward slowly, which is exactly what I did because I was filming you parking.
And then I came there and I reversed into that space. Actually, no, you reversed into that space and I reversed into that space.
Yeah.
So you stopped there.
I think I stopped about there when I was filming you. Yeah. Let's check the oil on this.
Now, bear in mind, we were at the Morgan car park. We did check it, which is probably about an hour ago or so.
What's that?
Just have a look. Have we got any oil?
Yeah, there's definitely oil in there.
Do you want to just put it in again and just make sure? That looks like you've got oil. You've got.
Yep, there's plenty of oil.
There's plenty of oil in there. Okay, that's fine. It's a little bit. It obviously needs to change at some point, but you've got it.
So that's my car.
Right.
There's at least oil in there.
Yeah, so it's fine. It might be dropping some.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be off the oil cooler, like.
It could well
we
be.
found out it could be the oil cooler or something.
It could well be.
So that's okay. I think it could be power steering fluid.
It could be. It's more likely being that because I know that.
Have we got a way of testing how much we've got?
Ah. That has gone down.
Have you got any?
Yeah, I've got some. Yeah.
Okay, so
I've definitely lost power steering.
okay, so
fluid.
your car's probably the power steering fluid.
So that might be that all of that is just power steering fluid that's coming down off the back of the pipes because I know my power steering pipes are seeping.
Yeah,
And I'm okay with that because I can live with that.
You obviously top that up. Okay, well, hopefully, we've done one car.
But that doesn't change the fact that there's also oil beneath where your car was twice because there's oil there.
I know.
There's oil at Pheasant Gate.
I know there wasn't there?
So let's go check yours.
Yes, you got my key.
Somewhere in the car.
Okay. So we'll try the power steering fluid. Let's take a look.
Oh,
Have we got any past it? Well, I can't really tell.
there is some, but I'd say that was a little low as well.
Let's take a look at some money.
Hey, look, there is oil coming out from underneath your car.
Right, let's just check the oil level.
Look, I can see it here.
Yeah, okay.
That's quite impressive.
My level's absolutely fine. Look at that.
What on earth?
My level's fine.
So
It must be the power steering fluid.
must be from both cars.
Yeah, because we're on a slight angle. The oil cooler, I think, is like.
Look at that.
Yeah, the oil cooler's like there, isn't
Yeah.
it? The oil cooler's here, so you think it was that, but I think it's a power steering fluid. I must have a leak in the pipe somewhere.
Right, reverse your car. I want to see how big the puddle is beneath it. Other. Yeah.
There's a lot.
Well, there's not a lot because you've got oil in your car.
Well, power steering fluid.
Yeah. But I mean, that's quite a slick for the amount of time that the car was there. But it's raining and it always looks worse in the rain. This whole car park is now ruined.
Put it back, sort of thing.
Yep. Let's get out of it before we get asked to clean it up.
Where are we going?
Should we go back to Morgan? Let's go and leak oil at Morgan and then we can work out a plan.
Sure, I'll get my stuff.
All right. We've left like 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the one over there, and then this big one here, 5.
This is bad, sir. We're going to have to.
We've ruined the car park.
We have.
Let's get out of here, quick.
It's an old hotel. Like 2 elderly Volvos.
Look, it's raining. It will all get washed away.
Big bags, sir.
Right, so as I was filming there, whilst Joseph was parking, it's already started to wash away in the rain, but there's some not insignificant puddles here as well. So we suspect...
Got any left? Let's have a look, see if we've got any left. Yeah, we got some left, I think.
I don't think that's changed. I don't think your level's changed. But your oil's fine, isn't it? So
I'll have a look at the oil. I don't think it's the oil.
it's not like transmission oil, is it?
Could be trans oil.
Could be trans oil.
Where's the auto trans dip stick in this?
Look at that. It's like... But then again, the rain is making everything look worse.
I mean, my oil level, I think, is okay. Yeah, it's fine.
I don't know what more we can do. Like, got to get it on a ramp and have a
Power
look.
steering fluid needs topping up.
Okay. I've got power steering in here next to Fred. What was his name? Was his name Fred? This is just hilarious. Oh yeah, the other thing, Joe. As we drove off, look, I slammed my boot lid down on a can of spray paint, and I've sprayed silver spray paint all over my boot.
Oh, I'm sorry about
No, it's not you. Not you. I jumped in the car and I could just hear something hissing, and I thought, have I got a tyre going
And
down?
how's Freddie?
Fred's fine. He just needs to be cooked soon.
He does.
So I don't want to be too long because I've got to go cook him.
Power steering fluid.
I do have some power steering fluid. Right.
I hope it's not like auto transmission fluid.
You take that with you.
Yeah, that's really kind, sir. I'm just going to just hope that. I mean, that might have been going on for some time in yours.
I know that mine has.
Yeah.
We knew that the fluid was leaking, but your car seems to be like leaving bigger puddles than mine.
The puddle seems to have now gone. Maybe that stuff has just worked straight away. The sort of stop the leak. I don't know if that will what we'll do, but you know, there we go. And there's Freddie.
Right, I'm going to go home and cook Fred.
Yep.
You're going to drive home and safely get home and definitely get home.
I'll be all right, sir.
I've called this video "Fear and Loathing in Las Morgan."
Fear and Loathing in Las Morgan.
Brilliant. Right.
All right, sir.
It's a wrap.
Well, that was an eventful day. I guess let's go.
Okay, I'll admit I've done a terrible job of butchering that pheasant, but there we go, and its heart's in there, look. I am going to eat that heart, and I'm going to be very thankful that Joseph C70 killed my dinner.
I've gone for a bit of a stew, you see, so we're going to have a slow cooked. That's red wine and stock that I made last week with onions and carrots. Let's leave that for about 4 hours. This is going to be beautiful. And for dinner we have the humanely killed, ethically sourced pheasant a la Volvo T5. Stewed with some onions and some carrot and some mashed potato with the grass-fed butter. Thank you very much to the Volvo for providing this meal. Not quite sure what accent that was, but it's meant to be French.
That's pretty much it. And then some mash with some butter, and it is wonderful.